Hello, welcome back to my live. I was just wondering, was anyone able to see my interview that I just did with Mr. Kevin? Is there anyone out there that saw that interview? If so, would you kindly let me know via chat? He's a man in his 70s, so he was around for the Vietnam War, and I just asked him his opinions on what Scientology meant to him. And I filled him in on a lot of information, but he having some years on me, and I'm 56, he's old enough to be my father. So I hope that you took his words to heart. But anyone that did happen to catch my interview with Mr. Kevin, could you share that with me in chat? Because we were outside and it kept breaking up and reconnecting, but he doesn't like the idea that children are forced to sign billion-year contracts under the guise of Scientology. He didn't think that was cool at all. And I hope that this streaming app is uploading that interview, because I found it to be quite interesting. When I explained how I got the police called on me for protesting the West 46th Street, oh, I'm all for it, Kyle. I say smoke up, smoke away. And although I don't really wish to talk politics, but I am praying that former President Trump comes back into office, because our current leader, he really is a bonehead. That's just my personal opinion. I had a stroke and a heart attack, and I think I speak better than Biden does. How he's allowing what Trump did to keep these illegals out of this country, so that they can commit crimes. But I digress. I'll just put it like that. I digress. I'm for the legalize it. It's like Cat Williams often tells his story about how he was arrested 36 times for being in possession of marijuana. That's no crime. In New York City now, I will say this, there are a lot of illegal shops from downtown Manhattan to Midtown Manhattan, to the Bronx, to Brooklyn, to Queens and Staten Island. There's plenty of illegal shops, but Scientology is the topic, and the way that they abuse children. I could never imagine any of my grandchildren being made to sign a billion-year contract that they would serve and use them as slave labor. As a father, I would never subject my children, who are now all grown, but my eldest grandson is 10, and you'll see him singing and dancing on 2 videos that I put up from Hollywood Boulevard. I think he's pretty good. He wants to sing, and his grandfather is going to do all I can to help him. But I couldn't imagine having him sign a billion-year contract with Scientology to serve them. And I wonder where the parents' heads are at when they do this. My mom never would have signed me away and have some stranger half-ass watch me. That means that you're raising yourself, like Natalie. And she had an interaction with the man who killed John Lennon. She sold him candy. Then he got on a flight, flew to New York City, and wound up shooting one of the greatest musicians that ever lived, John Lennon, to death. I think that is horrible. But if I can get 30 of you to subscribe to my channel today, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll follow you right back, because I haven't found the software to follow everyone back right now, but it's my intent today on finding the software to follow everyone back. All I'd like is just 30 followers. Let's make it 31. So if you can go to my channel, subscribe, and often hit the like button, because as all content creators will tell you, it does make a difference. So not only will I follow you 31 people who follow me today, follow you back immediately, I'll appreciate you. We're all in this anti-Scientology. They took away one of my very best friends, Dougie Fresh. The same Dougie Fresh who Snoop Dogg did a remake of one of his bigger hits, Lottie Dottie, which I made a short to both versions, Snoop's and Douglas's. But Snoop and Douglas performed that on MTV together. And it was hot. Douglas doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. But condoning child labor, child slave labor is deplorable. I think it's absolutely deplorable. Does anyone else have any thoughts on Scientology, so we can keep that as our topic? Aaron was kind enough to help me get this channel off to a blazing start. But I'm the protester that got the police called on me, although Times Square, public safety are the ones that answered the call, saying that the church got a call that someone was panhandling in front of their West 46th Street building. And I just simply asked the officer, I told him, "Officer, am I dressed like a panhandler?" I had my wallet in my hand. I said, a panhandler doesn't usually carry any money with them except what he gets. But I didn't have a cup or anything to collect money, because that was just lies that Scientology tells. They're a bunch of liars, like they do to my brethren Squirrel Squad out in Hollywood. They lie on them like there is no tomorrow. At La Poubelle, at the recruitment center on Hollywood Boulevard, the same street that one of my grandchildren did that performance video, which subsequently if he keeps performing at that location, someone from the Jimmy Kimmel show just might come over to him and ask him if he wants to come in and sing the audience a song. That's what I'm hoping for my grandson. It's a hard business. I've been in the business since I was 14. I worked for the Fever Records and Def Jam. And in case those of you that don't know, they are the record company. Well, Profile is the record label for old Run DMC songs until they switched over to Def Jam. But the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, all my colleagues, but if I was like Douglas, he became successful under the merit of his music. Oh gosh, I wish you guys could have seen my interview with Mr. Kevin, but I'm gonna bounce and I'm gonna take a peek and see what happened to my interview, because getting an older person's perspective, it really means a lot. So peace for now. I'll be back definitely later. But thank you for stopping by. I am against Scientology using and abusing children. Children should be adored, not taken advantage of. That's why Danny Masterson has a shitload of problems coming for him in jail. Danny Masterson is the scum of the earth, drugging and raping women. How disgusting. He's a man and he's married. That's not good enough for you. And I believe his wife, his soon-to-be ex-wife, is even Bijou Phillips, a very pretty young woman. But I guess in jail, he'll be somebody else's wife. And I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for anyone who breaks the law. I'd like to go out and commit a bunch of crimes. But in my 56 years, I've never crossed paths with the law. And although Scientology called the police on me on my birthday, when I went there to protest, when I went to West 46th Street to protest, I knew they were lies. And when I cover Scientology Harlem, that building on 125th Street, I don't expect to be met with open arms. I expect trouble. I'm sorry my interview with Mr. Kevin got lost, but he had a lot to say about Scientology. But we were outside, and the cell coverage is real shitty here. Shitty like Danny Masterson, the rapist. And Aaron did an interview that I found highly intriguing where he interviewed a member of the Aryan Brotherhood who he had to become a member of the Aryan Brotherhood because in the California penal system, it's very racist. You're made to stay with people of your own race. That's why I never plan on committing any crimes, because I simply could not make it in jail. And if Danny Masterson is a true believer, he'll just probably hang it up and think that he'll be reborn under the powers of Xenu. That shit sounds so ridiculous. But if Danny Masterson is a true believer, he'll shed this body. And when I say shed this body, I mean commit suicide. And he'll think that he will be possibly reborn a new child actor, a better child actor. I never took to watching that 70s show or even that 80s show. I thought they were both shit shows. And I'm a writer. Written for Leno to Chappelle, Tracy Morgan, the list goes on and on. So I've been in the business for quite some time now. But all I'm looking for is just 30 more subscribers to my channel. So, would you kindly subscribe to my channel? I'll provide all kinds of content. It won't just be Scientology, because I'm not obsessed with Scientology, but I think that the shit that they do has to be exposed. How they got their tax exempt status, well, they lost it once, and I won't rest until they lose it again. And when they lose it again, it'll be for good this time. Take my word on it. When they lose their tax exempt status, they will have lost it permanently, because they're not a church, they're a cult. And my interview with Mr. Kevin, being that he's from the Vietnam War era. Now I'm talking like President Biden. But at least I had a stroke and a heart attack and 9 pulmonary embolisms and 9 seizures in 2020. And I'm just trying to get back. I decided that I don't want any help in my continuance of going to the doctor, so I've ended my fundraiser, which no one was contributing anyway. God will make a way for me. I believe that. Plus, I have a lot of friends in high places, so they've always been there for me when I needed them. They told me how to become a millionaire, and they're pretty cool friends. But Scientology, a cult, they enslave children, get them to sign billion-year contracts, apparently with their parents' permission, but I doubt that those contracts could ever hold up in an actual court of law. But just the fact that they made them sign those contracts is absolutely disgusting. Xenu. Well, Danny Masterson, if you got a hold of a burner phone in prison and are watching this channel, go ahead, hang it up. You'll be reborn. Xenu has you. He'll rebirth you. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell someone to commit suicide. That's a bit harsh. But what he did to those women is also harsh. It's even more harsh than him hanging it up and ending his own life. Because who knows how many women he did this to. His wife has to be embarrassed by him and by his actions. His gorgeous wife wasn't good enough for him. He had to put his dipstick in a lot of car engines. But you got 30 years so far. And you got some civil suits. And the Aryan Brotherhood don't even want you. Because the lowest of the low in the prison hierarchy is that child abusers and rapists are at the bottom of the barrel. The very bottom.
He's down there now.
So with that, I'm gonna go and just chill out for a while, watch the Travel Channel, and maybe watch a few Marvel movies on Disney, and just enjoy my cult-free day. But I wanted to make you aware that I will be at 125th Street next Thursday around 4:30, and I'll be live streaming from that building as a test run, because I got volunteers to help me all through the month of April, and we're going to be working in pairs. While someone is live streaming, I'm going to have someone videotape them in case they get approached or even possibly assaulted by Scientology security goons.
You can see on the corners, it's held together with rope. The only thing I could see inside of there was rocks, but it looks like it could open from the top. Kind of like a lid. It had to be like 10 foot by 10 foot. I mean, if someone put a
But
box down there,
30 people is all that I'm asking.
we're gonna open this whole thing up. There's no way it'll come out of that hole. We're gonna go dig it out.
To subscribe to this channel, and I will appreciate each and every one of you. But not only that, I will give each and every one of you a follow back. I'm gonna end this shortly, and then I'm gonna go to the Apple store and look for software that follows everyone back. Even if I have to pay for it, it doesn't matter, just as long as everyone is followed back. That's my main objective. So, cults bad, personal freedom good, and New York City is on the rise.
It looks like Chad's gonna be able to get down there. I want you guys to be safe.
So this channel is gonna be off the hook with content. I have big plans for this channel. But I can only make that happen with your help. So, goodbye for now. It's 02 Eastern Standard Time at the moment, and I'll be back at about 5:30 after I've eaten my dinner. So thanks for stopping by, and if you can see the interview with Mr. Kevin, I urge you to watch it. Peace for now. And should you have a spliff, smoke that shit. Enjoy it. I might go from the medications that I'm taking totally and solely just to marijuana for my chronic pain. And I have to live in chronic pain. But I'm still willing and dedicated to the anti-Scientology cause, to the movement. That's why you'll see my name listed with one other under New York City coverage providers, but I haven't seen anything from him in a little while. I try to put something up each and every day the good Lord sends. If it's just letting you know where I stand on Scientology, then my work is done. And I say that it's a cult that abuses children. And we can't let this happen. We can't let them have tax-exempt status. Miscavige shouldn't be beating the shit out of his staff either. That old man needs to be ashamed of himself. Somebody needs to beat his ass back. But he has big goon security guards out there in Hollywood. But they served his ass. He was hiding from the process servers because I guess he's above the law. Scientology is above the law, according to Miscavige and his thinking. But they proved him wrong. So I wish you luck in all of the protests around the country today. I'll be back out there next week. Wasn't feeling too well this week enough to get out there, but I will be out there very soon. Protest and survive is my motto. So you enjoy your day, your cult-free day, and I'll do the same. And I'm gonna go look for the interview that I did with Steve and see if it was uploaded. You probably couldn't make much sense out of it anyway because my connection kept breaking up. Because this is a brick and mortar building, and brick and mortar buildings don't provide the best cell site service at all. So I'm saying that this is a great interview, but you might not be able to make heads or tails on it. It depends. I need to find it, and I can ask Mr. Kevin if it didn't come out so well, would he mind doing another interview with me? So, with that, again, I wish you a cult-free day every day, and let's stop the Scientology madness. Bye for now.